areas. There is soon to be announced potentially a trial, a project.
Right, you're getting how I'm sort of posting to my YouTube account now on what I'm showing. I was referred by my doctor to a pain specialist who could prescribe me cannabis or CBD oil as a medication. I told the pain specialist that I had cured my opioid addiction because I've been taking them for so long for pain issues to do with arthritis, a shrinking hip joint, a destroyed cartilage in my right ankle, and bad pillion fracture which split the inside of my shin bone as well, which should have been bolted together, which couldn't be because I had to discharge myself from hospital because I had teenage sons staying in my old flat in Broadway who were experimenting, as teenagers do, and couldn't be left to their own devices. So I had to discharge myself from hospital and return to the hospital to get it bolted back together. But they kept playing games. No, they can't do it. Blah, blah, blah. Come back tomorrow. You know, that sort of shit. So I just left it. Started taking the painkillers. And that's how my addiction started to the opioids. Anyway, I cured the addiction using cannabis flower, smoking it. Now, when I told the pain specialist that, she started writing shit down, asked if I was a grower. I said no. Hence all this crap that's been going on around my property. Yeah. And in the loft above it. And heat sources being emitted from my loft by someone that had been messing about in my loft, deliberately creating a false heat source for police helicopters that have been buzzing the house checking it. So, all this information, this investigation that they're carrying out, all that information's being fed up the chain to the Royal Society, which controls the Royal Society of Doctors. Getting it now? Anyway, the pain specialist said, well, no, we're not going to allow you to do that as a medication, either to take it, produce it yourself, or whatever. But we can give you an increased dose of codeine. And I said, what? So you've basically just disregarded the fact that I've told you I cured my opiate addiction and you want me a controlled opioid addict. Let that sink in for a minute. Controlled addict. So,
Looking at about 20,000 patients.
now you're getting how I'm showing other people that look at my account, including the ones that are electronic surveilling me through the setup, using an actor next door to provoke, to set up, to section under the Mental Health Act, imprison or kill the targeted sovereign individual by the state. That's the investigation that's running at the moment. It's Investigatory Powers Act, because I'm going against UK financial interests. They can't make money if I do it my way. They can't tax it. They can't take a cut. By teaching other people and showing other people what I've learned, I'm promoting that. So it's getting me a lot of grief from the authorities. Hence, what I've been showing them. Giving them the fear and anxiety they've been giving me. Let's just chuck another one on there quickly, just to reinforce that. This is one that I keep putting up, that they are investigating as well, because it affects everything electromagnetic around me when I'm in that state. So listen carefully to what it says, because this isn't bullshit. This is the clearest description of what it is. And this is what they can't control. You know, dismiss the drugs, cannabis, anything else. This makes me ungovernable, which is a threat to them. So I'm using that fear now against them, the same as they're using fear of arrest, coercion, threats to my children, my grandchildren, my family, threats of imprisonment, sectioning, or even death from the Crown, its government ministers. So I'm returning it upon them. Simple as that. So enjoy listening to this one, because this one is truthful. This is what I can do. This is why I'm being painted as mad, so people don't listen. But there are many, many like me in the UK and around the world, as I will show you in a little bit.